Welcome back, everyone, to Halloween Haunts 365.com, the podcast. I'm Jared.
Hi, I'm Terry.
I hope you guys enjoyed the award show. It really took off. I'll be posting the top 5 every day on the social medias. Begin to get some good feedback on that. Make sure you check it out. It's on our last YouTube page. It was fun to put together.
And Jared's sick again.
Yeah, I'm sick again. I don't know why, but it is what it is. But today, we have a special guest. We have one of our team members. We have Rick Paulton coming live from us from Cleveland, Ohio. How are you doing today, sir?
I am fan-freaking-tastic.
He's even repping the shirt. Look at him.
Yes,
he is. Went to a hockey game last night. I'm a season ticket holder, so they gave me this awesome hoodie. It's pretty sweet.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah.
Season ticket holder. Look at you. Rick Paulton makes the money.
They practically give them to you. It's like AHL hockey.
Yeah, it's still fun, though.
Yeah. My daughter loves it. We traded our tickets. We were on the glass because it's her birthday. And I don't even know anything about hockey. I can't even tell you nothing about it, but we have fun going.
Yeah. Hockey's one of the fun games to watch in person. That and baseball. I prefer football at home. I always have. I went to a couple games, and it's just there's not a really good seat at the game. I'd rather just watch at home. You can see the formations. You can watch the ball better.
Exactly.
And then basketball, I kind of just stopped after Jordan. I watched a little bit after Iverson, but once Jordan was done, I kind of fell out of it.
Right on.
So we're going to talk some haunts and your haunt trips you had this year out in Ohio.
Right on. Yeah, we had some good times, man. I went to a couple more than once.
I know.
Well, due to some circumstances.
Yeah.
Like one guy gave me some VIP passes to bring somebody else, and then I also the one guy did the blackout thing, and I had to see what that was about, and took some extra people to that. It was really cool stuff.
Yeah. Well, blackouts don't bother me. It's just I'm a set design creature. So, turning the lights all the way off, kind of just eh.
Well, here's the thing in this one, though. This is the only blackout one I ever went to. So I remember I was texting you, what do I expect? You could still see everything. It was darker. It wasn't dark. And they gave you this little pin flashlight, and you could still see a lot of the sets. So, I was pausing in the rooms and just searching out stuff, too, some of them.
Yeah,
it was really cool.
Sometimes
they really
it's either
crazy sets there.
It's either, like I told you, it's sometimes either really dark or just more extreme. So the more extreme ones I'm cool with. But it's just
I didn't want really dark because, like you, I really like to appreciate all the effort that goes into building these things.
Yeah. Yep, definitely.
I agree.
Oh, you agree?
Yeah.
Welcome to the conversation.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt you, yes.
I gotta pick on Terry. We had a long season. We had a great season.
We did.
How many haunts did you guys make it to?
I never counted individually.
As a team, track.
We put in 39 reviews.
39 reviews. So 39 haunts then, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
As a team.
As a team. Me and Terry alone, I still haven't counted. I think we were close to 20.
Yeah, I'm going to say close to 20.
Right on. Hell yeah.
I mean, 9 weeks. I'll take it. That's 3 a week.
Right on. I'm setting aside vacation time for next year to come up to your neck of the woods and see a couple spots.
Speaking of, this might be leaking information, but they did announce it at their last stop. The Legendary Haunt Tour is coming to Ohio.
Oh, wow. That's the guys you had on earlier on in the year?
No, those are Terror Tours. They're coming here, and me and you are going to have to discuss that off air. Okay. But the Legendary Haunt Tour is ran by Transworld, which is the big haunt convention every year.
Yeah, I know. Yep.
So they pick out a spot to go to and go to 3 to 5 haunts. This year they were up our way in
Massachusetts,
Rhode Island. They did Salem,
Boston.
They did Haunted Overload, Fright Kingdom, and Barrett's Haunted Mansion. Next year they're heading to Ohio.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, so I figured I'd let you know early because you're right there. You won't even have to get on a flight. I know
I'm expected to do a little traveling for a couple of these next year. Like again, see the ones close to you, see what you're always raving about there, and Eloise Asylum. I'm interested in that, and that's pretty close. 2.5 hours, I think.
We're thinking Ohio might be our stop. I don't know, a part of the Legendary or earlier, because there's so much we can hit. Like Indianapolis is right there. Detroit's right up there. Kentucky's right under you. I mean, it's just like there's so many bucket lists all in that one category.
Right. Well, that'd be sweet, man. Like I said, we kind of talked about it a little bit. If you guys do that, I'll take you to some places while you're in town. Show
that'd
you
be
some
fun.
cool stuff.
Yeah. To hang out, that'd be fun.
Yeah, I've been to Cleveland, just never like personally, just for work.
Yeah.
Like, I fly in, fix the machine, and fly out tomorrow. That's usually the extent of my travel to Cleveland. So let's start this off by telling a little bit about yourself, including the whole damn Enchilada podcast, which I'm very excited to see your upcoming interviews.
Oh yeah, I got some good stuff coming up. Yeah, so we started doing the podcast. I think it's about 6 months now, maybe more. Yeah. I don't know. And then we moved it over to doing it live on Facebook and YouTube, and that's working a lot better, I think, than trying to put it on Spotify. And I figured out how to get back into my Spotify, so now I'm going to be uploading episodes on there too. I was like locked out where I could only load stuff from my phone, but then I couldn't get the files from the computer to the phone, and I know nothing about technology, and here we are. But I'm learning little by little. But so the podcast is going good, and we got interviews with the next one coming up on December 7th. We're going to be talking to 2 of the original cast members from Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Nice.
Alan Danziger and John Dugan, who were Jerry and Grandpa, respectively, in the movie. And they're going to come on. It's going to be the 50th anniversary for their film. So I think we're going to be the first ones that they come on to talk about that, what they're doing for the 50th anniversary. So that's really cool. I met them in Michigan at a tattoo convention, and they were really nice guys. Also at a tattoo convention, I met Lisa Wilcox, and she told me she would come on, but I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, you gotta invite your boy to that one.
I definitely. Oh yeah, that was implied. Yeah, definitely. If she definitely does show up, you're definitely coming on.
I don't care where I'm at. I'll call out of work.
Yeah, she was really cool, and she gave me her email and stuff. So maybe.
Hey, she gave you the email. I mean, because they hold that tight to the chest.
Yeah, so you never know. I wasn't sure she was just trying to be nice. We're giving her money. You know how they be. Sometimes at these cons. So hopefully it could be cool. And of course, she's connected to a couple people that are also in the nightmare world. Like she's really good friends with Toy Newkirk, who was supposed to be there but had an emergency, couldn't be there. And so we'll see what we can do with that. So that's the big one though, the Texas Chainsaw thing. And then we're also going to be interviewing the writer of Microwave Massacre, which is, my God, it's a horrible movie. It is so bad. I'm kind of nervous about that because, this guy's got to know how bad his movies are, right? Like, if I tell him his movies are shit, he's not going to get mad at me, right?
50-50, brother.
It's like, you don't want to lie. I mean, because they're bad. But, Microwave Massacre is bad, but it has some good qualities because the main guy in it he's killing people and eating people is Frosty the Snowman. The guy, the voice from Frosty the Snowman, the old cartoon.
Yeah.
Jackie Vernon. So I'm like, how the hell did you get this guy to do this piece of shit movie? So it's like, and I've been checking out some of his other work, and it don't get better. A lot of it's on Tubi. And I like a good bad movie though myself, so who knows?
Just hit on all the good stuff first.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my best to butter him up. The guy seems like a really nice guy, and he's had a pretty crazy life. So he grew up with Rock Hudson's mother was babysitting him and shit like that. That's crazy. So he's got some stories like that. So it should be fun. He does a podcast with Al Pacino's stepmother.
Oh,
just so random. So it should be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see what we can get out of it though.
That's so funny.
I think my listeners are going to be really upset with me for getting them to watch his movies.
Well, that's why they're listeners. They're there to do what you want. That's funny. All right, so I know you're a big fan of Halloween. When did the Halloween bug bite you? Like when did the reason for the season become part of you?
Oh, all the way back as a real young kid. We were dirt poor, so we had to make our own costumes most of the time, or we would get lucky and my mom would find something at a secondhand store. But yeah, Halloween, back then you could run around the streets doing the trick or treating, and you don't have to worry about getting abducted. We were 6, 7 years old walking the streets ourselves, but we weren't even the only ones. It was common then, and yeah, I was always into scary movies, always into the horror thing. As a young kid, though, I was deathly afraid of horror movies, but I watched them anyway. But I would have nightmares and shit. Like Freddy Krueger, especially, he was the worst. He scared me the worst. There was a stand-up of him at the video store, and I'd have to walk past it and not look at it. But I still watch the movies. I don't know. Crazy.
That's awesome.
Kind of like me with Jason.
Yeah, you and Jason.
Like this.
Kind of. Not so bad anymore, though, but it was for a long time.
Oh, it's still bad.
He grew up, I didn't.
Yeah, she didn't. She had a hard time.
No, but on occasion, I still have nightmares about Nightmare on Elm Street.
Do you really?
I still, to this day, I don't. I mean, I'm old enough to realize it's just a dream, and I don't freak myself out like I did when I was a kid. But I was telling Ricky, my son, about that, and he makes fun of me.
That's so cool. Yeah, man. Like I never had nightmares about movies or anything.
The only one is Jason. He's bothered me since
to me, he's the least scary. To me, he's because that's my favorite franchise, Friday the 13th, and second favorite would be Texas Chainsaw, which is that's why I'm so excited about that. But for Jason, he was never scary to me. He was just, speaking of which.
Oh my God!
You couldn't have timed that better. I think you all right?
Turn that off so I can do it again. But yeah, it was just Friday the 13th was always entertaining. It never was scary to me.
Yeah,
Nightmare is scary.
Yeah, the Friday series was always fun to me.
Yeah, it's fun. That's
People got because you know how the Friday environment is split into two. Some people I'm going to say Zombie Jason just to to piss off Brian Ebenezer. But then
he's a revenant.
Yeah, revenant.
I don't even know what a revenant is.
That's for Brian. He's Zombie Jason. That's for you.
Right.
All right, but that world split. Some like the later parts better, some like the earlier part. I like it all. I thought it was cool when they made Zombie Jason. I love 6. 6 is my favorite movie in that whole series, no doubt.
6 is my favorite Zombie Jason.
So see, you're split too.
Yeah, I like the first 5 better, but I do like the other ones too.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout out.
I think CJ's easily the best Zombie Jason.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout out Valley of Fear. On a scene in their hayride this year, they did the different generations of Jason. So you had Sackhead Jason, you had 4 Jason, and you had 6 Jason all in a row. And
it was too many Jasons.
7 Jason because a sleeping bag flies over your head as he's whacking a victim into a tree.
Oh, that's
awesome. Came right over Terry's head. I was like, that's fucking awesome.
That's great.
And I know it'll be back next year, so if you're listening, Valley of Fear, sit in the middle left side of the hayride.
Yeah.
We were given instructions when we got there. You're sitting right here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the coolest scenes. Reapers has a Jason scene. Jason's Woods has a Jason scene.
Well, you would think.
A lot of them.
You would think a lot of things about something called Jason's Woods that just doesn't work out. Good?
Yeah, Amazon.
What'd you order now?
It's the cat tray.
Oh, the cat tray. Damn cats. All right, so this is going to be a hard question because I really can't answer this one either. Do you remember your first haunted attraction experience?
Yeah, I do. I think I do. No, it was one or the other. I'm going to go with there was a haunted house that was at an amusement park. Well, not really an amusement park. It was like a water park. And that was the first one I ever went to. We were about 4 or 5. But the one I was kind of thinking of that might be the first was Haunted Hollow, which I eventually worked at. Was on a little haunted house. And we went there as 4, 5, 6, 7-year-olds. And my cousin, he bought a limo around that time and was trying to do a limo business. So we would roll up to that bitch in a stretch limousine every time, like packed with like 8, 9 of us kids, cousins and stuff. And it was always awesome. That haunt compared to some of the other ones I've seen like lately, and especially this past year, doesn't compare. It's nowhere near as cool. But yeah, that was my first experience going to a haunt. One or the other, either the amusement park one or the haunted hollow. I can't remember definitively, but I do have way more memories of the haunted hollow though, because it was right up the street from us, and we would go once a week almost. The whole season, we'd go multiple times.
Oh wow!
Somebody probably had a connection to get us free or cheap tickets because my foster father was definitely, he had 4 kids of his own at the house, another 2 or 3 that were around a lot, and then cousins all over the place. So he was always trying to save money.
God bless him. Damn.
Yeah, there was no less than 10 kids at that house every day. And then, like I said, I eventually worked there, and that was an experience for about a couple of weeks. Back then they didn't pay you. Yeah. I don't know. Do they pay actors now? I don't know.
90% of places will pay. It depends on state, depends on what you can pull off with volunteers. It depends on a lot of things.
At this place, they paid people if you had been there, volunteered for like 2 or 3 years, then you would start to get paid. It was something like $25 a night.
Hey, back then though, that's not a bad idea because you don't know what you're getting in with volunteers, and if they stay, they can. Yeah, I mean. It's not a bad system.
The thing at this place, there was the people that actually got paid, the people that were like employees. Oh, they were the worst. They treated you like you were less than because you were a volunteer. That's why eventually I stopped doing it. But it was fun while I did it. And if I had time to today, I would do it again. But I just work way too much.
No, I need you out there. I'm always asked to act at like the all season shit. I'm like, nope, I can't miss out on haunts.
Do you remember your first haunt?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
No.
No?
I know it was the Wildwood Boardwalk. It could have been Dracula's Castle. Might have been my first.
You remember how old you were?
I was 4 or 5, maybe 6.
Same, okay.
I remember mine.
Okay.
It was the Brigantine Castle.
Oh, you're going back.
Back. That was my very first one.
Do you remember any rooms or anything in there, though?
A little bit.
I remember, Brigantine Castle is one of the first haunted attractions, like, ever.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like,
yeah, I'm showing my age here.
Yeah, it was, Brigantine's a little town off the coast of Atlantic City. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of stuck up area. So someone built this giant castle on the end of a pier. And it ran for 10 years, I think.
I don't know.
We did a show on it a while ago, so I don't remember.
We went to I remember it being warm out.
Yeah, it was open during, I think, from Labor Day to the end of Halloween.
Yes, I remember it being warm out.
Or, I mean, Memorial Day to the end of Halloween.
Yes, because we went to the beach, and then we went there afterwards.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, it's you can check our older sites. I got a video and a lot of pictures of it in there. It's pretty cool looking. But I want to say my first, like, it was either one of those trailer haunts on the Wildwood Boardwalk or it was Castle Dracula. I don't remember.
Castle Dracula sounds like it'd be a lot of fun.
It was a good time. It was a huge structure back in the early 90s in Wildwood. It was right on the boardwalk. And so, like, you're walking the boardwalk, you got the ride.
You said the place is called Wildwood?
Yep.
Ironically, the first haunt that I was talking about, that's the name of the little amusement park it was at.
Huh, that's funny.
That's funny.
Because Wildwood's a short town with amusement piers. There's 3 amusement piers lined up on the ocean.
Yeah, this place had a couple water slides, a wave pool, and that was pretty much it.
Oh, that's funny.
It was dirt cheap, but to go to, like, so we would go there a couple times a year, and during the haunt season they had a haunted house. Obviously didn't have the water stuff open then.
One year, the Wildwood, actually, I think it was before Cole was born, so at least 15, 16 years ago, they did one haunt event. One. They never opened a second year. But it was cool because the Ferris wheel was going backwards with smoke coming out of it and like caution tape all over. And you would
that's
actually
cool.
walk the the lazy river. And they had like haunters come out of like the corners from when you were in a tunnel and stuff. It was pretty cool. I never walked the lazy river before.
That's a cool idea. That's different.
And then they had a cornstalkers haunt off the pier where they put a bunch of corn in the sand. So it was kind of like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not a big fan of corn mazes, but it was pretty cool. They only did it 1 year, though. I don't think they got too many people out. Wildwood kind of dies after Labor Day.
Right.
Yeah. It's a short town.
Yeah, it's a short town.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so if people didn't watch the award show, what was your favorite haunted attraction this year?
That I went to?
Yep.
Oh, it would be easily Chippewa Lake Slaughterhouse. Being such a big Texas Chainsaw fan, it's like you're literally walking into the movie. It was insane. They take their stuff very serious. Like they have like Hollywood level effects and makeup, and it's pretty crazy the stuff they got going on.
Huh.
And yeah, from the soundtrack to the plate, everything was just so cool. And like you get there and you get into this line. And then after the line to actually get into the haunted house is another like 200, maybe 300 feet. So you're in line waiting to go with everybody. And, you know, you're at a haunted house, you're at an attraction. But as soon as they tell you it's your turn to go and you're walking up to this, what used to be an actual slaughterhouse, you get transported into this whole other world, you know, because there's not like employees on either side or even other people waiting to get in. It's just you walking up to this house, or not a house, but it's a slaughterhouse. And so during that 300-foot walk, you kind of just get your whole mind changed into a whole different thing. And it's like nothing I've ever seen done at a haunt. You usually, you know, you're right to the door, the guy, how many in your group, boom, go, and you're in.
Yeah.
But this, you, like I said, and then as I'm walking up, they're playing Sleepwalk, which is my all-time favorite song ever. And that was pretty cool. But that song really puts you into the mood. And then once you get in, it starts in like what would be a butcher, like where they're selling the meat, you know, and like maybe they had a couple tables, like if it was like you would go in there, maybe get a burger or a sandwich or something like at a meat store, and so you just get this immediate feel of going into their world. And it's not like other haunted houses where you go to when you walk in and there's this room and it's got cool stuff, but then the next room has nothing to do with the cool stuff from the previous room. It's this whole thing is just one whole story they're trying to tell you. It's like, it's pretty awesome. So if you do come here next year, you got to go to that.
It's on my bucket list, brother. We will hit it.
You got to go to that one.
Well, I got two in Ohio. The Dent Schoolhouse, which is a must, and then
In Dayton, right?
Cincinnati. It's right outside of Cincinnati. Enough. Yeah, same thing. And then Chippewa. Chippewa's been on the lake because I texted you about that.
This is the reason I went to it.
Yeah,
was because of your recommendation.
Yeah,
actually. And then it turns out that the owner to that owned Nightmare Cleveland. I had that guy on, and then bada bing, bada boom. And yeah. But I mean that's what got me wanting to go to it was your recommendation originally.
Yeah,
it definitely lived up to it.
Been on the watch list for a long time.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. And I could see how like it could be really scary to some people, and it's just so cool.
That's what I miss, man. I don't know if I ever got scared. Like,
you didn't jump at all this year.
No, I didn't jump at all this year. Like, it's because I know too much now. That like I know exactly where everyone is just by the layout of the room. I mean, I've never been there before, but I still know where they're gonna be. Right. I'm not saying I like it any less, but
for my brief career as an actor, I know some different tricks and things, and I was like, yeah, I was like, and I was Ricky, my son, he went to a couple of them with me, and I tell him like, you see the way he was banging on that thing? That wasn't to scare you, that was to tell the guy over there that you're gonna be there.
Yep.
If it scared you too, bonus, but that's not what it was for.
Yep. Yeah. So where else did you go? Tell me a little bit about Nightmare Cleveland.
Nightmare Cleveland was really cool. I went there before Chippewa, and when I went there, I thought it was the coolest haunted house I ever seen until I went to Chippewa. But
yeah,
Nightmare Cleveland, it's like a whole adventure. It's like a show. This one wasn't really scary. You know, like there were little jump scares and everything. It was more about the way they had the place designed. Now, they have like their theme is it's a medical facility where they're doing experiments on plants and animals and people, but you don't know people, but they're trying to like hide that when you go in, but you know going in, and then it gets really crazy. There's all these mutated freak people all through it, and that one would be really cool. And I think when I had Vaughn on, I think he was saying that they might do it during the off season to turn into like a laser tag thing, and go in there with guns and you shoot these creatures. And that would be really fun if they could figure out a way to do that. But these guys are so creative, man.
There's a way. We've done it. It's the actors wear sensors.
Well, so this is a thing that's been done before?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Actually, I thought that was just his idea. I've never heard of that.
I
thought it was my idea, actually. I thought it was my idea because that's what I thought of him when I told him. He said, we're thinking about doing that. I said, oh, that's crazy.
No, I mean, it was fun because, you interacted with the scenes, but
Brighton did it.
Brighton did it. We had fun. You get a gun. It was actually like an assault rifle type deal, right? Yeah.
Well, this one, this haunt was like, it was like as if you were walking through like Resident Evil or what's that the game that became a show that I know you watched the show?
The Last of Us?
The Last of Us. Yeah. Or I never seen it, so people have told me that this haunt reminds them of that a little bit. And that's the one I went to the Blackout event to, though. Now, the Blackout event, it was scary. And I actually did get scared a couple times, because it's like it's not pitch black, but it's darker, and they have way more limited lights, and they give you a very little flashlight. Actually, one per group. Everybody doesn't get one. Just one guy gets one. And I went I went with my wife and my cousin and his wife, and because I wasn't sure if I could take the kids because they said it was a lot scarier, and I didn't know how they'd react. So I was going through it, and I was hiding the flashlight on my hand, so we really could hardly see. And when because again, I know where stuff is, and especially this one because I'd been there before, I would flash on stuff to purposely scare her. I was like, because I know like there's somebody over there. Let me like trick her into going this way with me so she doesn't see them, and then bam. So that was really fun. But yeah, they do a real good job. Their team there, and they've got a lot of people that have like because Rick Thomas, who's one of the owners at Nightmare Cleveland, he is in a band Mushroomhead, and they've done a lot with their videos and stuff with special effects, and they're known for makeup and masks and everything like that. And so they're really good at that stuff.
That's awesome.
It is.
Yep. You also went to Spooky Ranch, right?
That was probably the most fun I had at one.
Aren't Scream Parks fun? Like, everyone, like, I love haunts. I'll go to just a haunt, no problem. But when you have, like, the midway with the food, the games, the
whole experience.
Yeah. It's really what sums up Halloween.
Yeah, that was really cool. We went to that one, and they had they called it 5 haunted attractions, but 2 of them were in the same thing. It's 4. You're not tricking. I think maybe they added that later, and that's what they added that barn part later, and now they're trying to act like it's a different thing. It's not a different thing. It was the coolest part of that. They used to do that
a lot a few years ago, but a lot of them have cut that out, and we only call it 1 this year.
Right.
Where they're like 3 attractions. I'm like, it's 1 linear walkthrough. How is there 3 attractions?
That doesn't count. Yeah, no. No, that doesn't count. But so they had 4 real haunted attractions, and then they had other things there. Like sometimes they do face painting. If you go during the day and like lead into the night, they have they do things with kids carving pumpkins.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
It's so cool. And then they have a bunch of different food, good food. I think they have bands playing there. They have pony rides during the day because it's the theme is a Western theme.
Yeah.
For everything except for the clown haunt, which was the coolest part, the 3D haunt, which I'd never seen something like that before, and that was really cool. And they have like a gift shop, and it's like a whole experience. Fires all over the place to hang out by. And they said the one actor, I was wearing my my Nightmare on Elm Street hockey jersey.
Yeah.
And he recognized it was a haunt in the middle of the haunt. He stops. He's like, "It is a real cool jersey." But I don't know if it warrants you stopping your whole haunt to talk to me about it. But he's like, "Bro, that is the best jersey ever." And he's like, "Just so you know, that place out back." And he was telling me, he's like, "We're gonna build a replica of 1428." And if they can pull that off, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
If they can pull that off, that'd be really cool.
There is a haunt in St. Louis called Creepy World, where their hayride has a ton of famous house mock-ups. Like you drive by 1428 Elm, you drive by the Myers house, you drive by the Amityville house, you drive by the Bates house, you drive by the Voorhees shack, even the Elm Street school you drive past. Like, this is crazy built-up hayride.
That sounds really cool.
But
because I like to see stuff but I'd want to get out and take pictures of that.
I know. Like, let me just record. I'm not monetized. I'm gonna save it.
Yeah.
And where's that at?
St. Louis.
St. Louis.
We'll get out there one day.
Yeah, St. Louis is a fun city. I went there for a Browns game a few years ago. It's pretty cool. If you ever go down there, though, you gotta do the tour of Budweiser. That's really cool.
Yeah, and there's like an adult Please Touch museum there too. Like, it's open after hours that I want to try.
Oh, that sounds
Remember,
like fun.
Nikki was telling us all about that? Yeah, man. Yeah, Spooky Ranch looked like a good time.
So it was really cool. The disappointing one for me though was the Haunted Schoolhouse. I did that one too, and
was
their 50th anniversary, and we had went in the off season and had a blast. It was one of the coolest things. We had so much fun. And then this one, they usually have two haunts during the off season. Only have one, and they have a midway, but they don't really use it too much. They have the bar open, but not as much else going on like they do during the regular hours. But you buy your tickets online, and then you wait in line to show them the tickets on your phone so they can give you real tickets.
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as we got there, it's already bad,
Yeah.
You should be able to go right up into the attraction.
Yeah, because somebody
and wait in that line.
Boop, boop.
Yeah, there's a couple haunts we have here where once you buy the ticket, it's actually your attraction ticket. So you don't have to wait in any line. You can actually get in line for that attraction and get in and scan your phone, and they let you right into the house.
Yeah, why wouldn't it be that way?
I know.
It saves time. You don't have to have somebody sitting there. So there was that. And then the actors, like, most of them, I don't know if a lot of them took the night off, but there was hardly anybody there. And way more during the off-season thing, which is rare.
What part of October did you go?
What's that?
What part of October did you go to the schoolhouse? Was it later?
It was I went to haunts a couple weeks after that, so not later, but not early either.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit into the season. It was a Sunday night, which I found out is a bad night for these things too.
It is, depending on the
Fridays and Saturdays
spot.
are better.
You know what I mean? Like, because they'll be fully stocked for Friday, Saturday. Sunday's usually a weird night, especially if the Browns are playing or if the Eagles are playing. That definitely hits the haunts.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was I don't know. I'm going to chalk it to, I'm going to give them another shot for something. They're doing a Christmas event. I think I might go to that.
Christmas events are fun because all the lights are up and everything. And I hate Christmas, but I like the Christmas haunts.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan either.
We have to decide where we're going.
I know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we got about 3 or 4 going on here. There's Fear Columbus is doing
that place popped up on our radar a ton this year. I heard nothing but great things.
I've heard a lot of good stuff about them too. And another one, the Blood Prison, which I made it to. I went to. They had like a thing at the Incarceration Fest that I went to. They had a little mini version of it, and we went last year to that, and I didn't really like it. So that's why when when I'm near, like, I can only go to one this weekend. It's not going to be that one. So they're doing something, and a couple people I know want to go, so we might go to that too, and I'll fill you in if we do.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think we're definitely going to go to the schoolhouse.
Yeah,
give them another shot. So one time it was great, one time it was blah. So
we have a lot.
Probably not always great, and they're probably not always blah.
We have Laurel's House of Horrors, Brighton Asylum, Field of Screams, Devil's Last Laugh.
Brighton.
No, I said Brighton. Jared and
Lincoln Mill.
Lincoln Mill. Kim's Crypt.
Kim's Crypt.
We have so many opening for Christmas that we got to decide where we're gonna go. Luckily, they're not all on the same day. Because a lot of
Okay, you
times
might be able
that'll
to go to a
happen.
couple.
Yeah, so we might be able to pull off a couple.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to do at least 2, but
Yeah, I try to.
we'll see
We
how
try
it
to
goes.
get
It's
to
only
at
a couple
least
weeks
one.
away.
Yeah, no, that's the like. I just want to have Thanksgiving and then because we did so much planning. It was
It was nonstop.
so like, and I've been really busy at work, so I kind of just want to fucking relax. So like, she keeps asking me where we're going. I'm like, I don't know. Ask me after Thanksgiving. We'll start putting the plan together.
Right.
Because then we also have St. Patty's Day. A couple months after that. Oh, no. I'm sorry.
No.
We have Valentine's Day a month after the Christmas shows. Then we have St. Patty's Day. Then there's halfway to Halloween. So like, we got to figure out where the hell we're going.
Nightmare Cleveland last year did a Valentine's Day thing, and I think they did a Christmas thing. They're not doing a Christmas thing this year, so maybe they'll do a Valentine's Day thing. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, last year we went to Brighton Asylum for Valentine's Day, and they
Yes.
did like this whole Valentine's Club thing. Like they have an auto DJ with their sign that flashes, and they had this chick in this latex white costume dancing the whole fucking night. Like as soon as you
Club
changed,
music.
she was in their commercial, so like you knew her when you saw her. But yeah, it was club music was banging. It was really cool.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, that was cool.
So we got
But, like,
Ohio
even-
Christmas haunts coming in for you guys. See, Rick Paulton's working for you.
Even the line actors at Brighton were giving stuff out.
Oh yeah, we have
My Little Bear.
Valentine's. They were giving us out the bears over
Oh,
there. and
hell
shit. Yeah, it was awesome.
Cards, candy.
Yeah, yeah, man, you got to come this
I
way.
want to. I'm really looking forward to next year going up there. The Reaper's Revenge is the one you guys always say is the best,
Yep.
right? And they have like 8 different attractions.
Next
or something.
year will be 6.
6, yeah.
It's the greatest hayride on earth. I'll say that. I said it live right now. It's easily the best hayride I've ever been on and probably will ever see.
Right on.
It's not scary. It's just
Oh, Jason jumps up there. You
Well,
curl into a little
that's
ball.
the
and start
only
crying.
time. That's the only time I get scared. But for a normal person is just it's not scary. It's more theater.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like that. Though.
But it's
You know,
beautiful.
good stuff.
When I tell you there's an Alice in Wonderland part, you're like, what the fuck? But it's fucking beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been posting all the awards on Instagram and Facebook for the next
I've seen.
30 days. But, you know, everyone deserves their credit. I think top 5 is good credit.
Yeah.
I do
As many
too.
as we get to.
Yeah, without a doubt.
So, any other Ohio ones you plan on for next year?
I don't know. I mean, if I don't, there's the one you were talking about in Cincinnati. Maybe if I can get down that way, but nah, I don't think so. Because if I'm gonna fly out to where you're at, I'm gonna be out there for a week or probably a week of the season.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, I want to get up to Michigan.
Yeah.
Because you did something on one of your shows about Eloise Asylum, made me want to go there.
There's another good one right there, too. Erebus. It's in Detroit. So
Right
you can
on.
actually hit 2 there.
Yeah, I might do
forgot
that.
about that.
There's always a lot of fun stuff to do in Detroit.
Yeah, like Run.
Like run.
Like run, yeah. Like try not to die. That's, yeah, no doubt. It is a horrible neighborhood.
It is. I've
Dodge
been
the
there
bullets.
too many fucking times. But
Have you been to Screamer's costume shop in Detroit?
No.
That's a cool thing to see because they do a lot of autograph signings there, and they build giant sets. Like they have a pretty close to a real 1-to-1 size Myers house in
Cool.
there. And then they did, like for Art the Clown, they rebuilt the pizza shop.
Ah.
And it looks pretty movie accurate. And in that area where they do those signings, though, they built a horror museum in there. Not to be confused with the Michigan Museum of Horror. But when we were up there for that concert like a week or 2 ago, that was only open on Sundays, and we were there on Saturdays and Sundays. We were there on Fridays. So we didn't get to see it. But I did see the other, I know the kind of caliber of stuff they do because when I was up there for Art the Clown, I was able to see the Myers house and stuff. So if you're ever in Detroit, it'd probably be worth stopping by.
Yeah. Speaking of Cleveland, have you eaten at that horror restaurant yet that I'm seeing all over
A couple
TikTok?
days ago, I was there.
Yeah.
Oh, how was it?
It's good and bad. Like the atmosphere is really cool. They have a lot of cool decor. The menu is like bar food type stuff, but they didn't really take time in naming the stuff in the menu like they should have, right? Like for instance, one of the people we went, I went with Jared Crank from Death Care Society, and he brought his goddaughter with him because that's his connection to Cleveland. He comes up to see them, and she ordered a Texas Chainsaw Burger. What would you expect to be on that?
Probably like Texas burgers, so bacon, fried onion.
I would think brisket and maybe chili. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But it was just a regular bacon cheeseburger. There's nothing. You know what I mean? So they
made a Texas burger, a Texas,
tweak here and tweak there, and they can make things really cool.
Very cool
on the menu wise. But they do offer those. There's a video if you look on Facebook that I'm tagged in. They have these big fishbowl drinks. And they make it like it's like potions, and they have alcoholic versions. They're $35.
Damn,
it's 51 ounces. 51 ounces though. So
that's just like that place with sugar or whatever we went to dinner for my birthday.
Yeah, well, you wanted to go there. I wasn't part of that plan. You wanted to do fancy fucking drink.
I wanted a fancy drink like that, and it was probably like $35, $40 for the drink, and it was smoking and
yeah, it does the same thing. Yeah, with the dry ice and stuff, they put up there, and it was bubbling and stuff. So I got one of those, not really, just so Jared could see how cool it was. And but they do non-alcoholic versions for like $25, and that's what I got. And then they fill them with candy and stuff too.
Yep.
It's really, really cool.
Yeah, I got the candy shop that was made after 50 Cent made it or something.
Okay,
came up with it.
Yeah, so kind of the same deal as that. It's worth going once.
Yeah,
I would say
because we have
on Sundays during brunch though they have haunt actors running around.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they have like a Michael Myers that runs around and stuff, and yeah, Ricky went on his birthday and they were taking videos with him and pictures. He really liked it.
Yeah, we have a horror burger place in Long Island. Is that what that is, or is it like a more than a burger?
I think that's what it's called. Something horror burger restaurant or something.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It's up North Jersey.
No, Long Island.
Long Island?
Yeah, Long Island, New York. Well, there's another stop in Long Island we got to make. Amityville, baby.
Oh, right on. Hell yeah.
Yeah, me and Brian are still working on that. We got to figure that out. The Christmas haunts aren't going to help.
We have a lot going on in December.
I know. You packed this shit so full. Then January we get a little break.
We do.
So that's good.
When you got a full-time job and 2 podcasts, and it's hard to find time to do things.
I know.
These podcasts,
it takes more time than you think. I mean, I just got stuck in Mississippi, so me and Brian only recorded, last night or night before?
I think it was the night before.
Yeah, we got a JFK special coming out.
Oh,
I'm excited for that. Very excited.
Watch that one. Don't listen, because there's
irrefutable
evidence.
Usually what I do is listen and watch. I'll listen while I'm in the car, and then when I'm at work at my check cashing job, I'll have a lot of downtime, so I'll have you on the YouTube there.
Very cool. But for you guys listening on the Haunt side, the Horror Shed Podcast, like, subscribe. And the Whole Damn Enchilada Podcast, like and subscribe. All the Ohio ones, I put your link in there for it, too. So hopefully it helps something.
Right on, yeah. Yeah, I'm really excited for that one, that JFK thing you're doing, because I know that you're going to be pretty passionate about it.
Yeah, we got into the weeds with that one.
I didn't go over this one for the same reasons I wanted the Amityville one. And it worked out.
Yeah, that Amityville did really good.
The whole thing.
That's funny. Well, you got any more questions for Rick Paulton?
Cracks me up how he says your first and last name every time he talks about you.
I kind of like it. I don't know. I usually don't even like my last name, but when he says it, it's cool.
It's just what you became. I don't know.
It works. I don't know.
You might think you have 5 different friends that are Rick.
No, I don't have. Rick Paulton's it.
That's it.
Maybe because the way just me and Brian talked about you before, like Rick Paulton. Yeah. So you just became Rick Paulton. Oh.
Right on. Well, it's funny. There's only 280 people in the world with that last name.
Ah.
and there's only probably about 4 named Rick, and they're like my grandfather, my dad, me, and my son.
See, there we go. That way we can't get confused.
So yeah, you'll probably never ever in your life meet another Rick Paulton.
No, probably not.
Well, the boy, if you ever meet him, but other than that, no.
All right, sir. Thank you for hopping on.
Yeah.
No problem. Thanks for having me, man.
All the reviews from Ohio guys came from Rick Paulton. He did a great job for us. He's going to do some Christmas stuff for us. We're going to do some Christmas stuff. Stay tuned. In the off season, we come out every Monday to all the new subscribers out there. Thanks for stopping by. Like the video, and we will see you next Monday.
Bye.
Night after night, will we survive? Night after night, are we dead in this cold? Oh, everything's new, everything breaks, everything will die here in this cold.
Halloween Horror